Good morning, good morning, good morning. Alden Bynum, good morning. Ham and cheese, good morning. Cheese grits, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Alden Bynum. Good morning. Jason Whitlock, I like you. Shemeeka, I like you. But the algorithm, hold up, let's go with the algorithm. The algorithm busts you. Busts people all the time. I get it all the time, right? Just look here. And it's no coincidence stuff. It's no coincidence. I've come to realize things aren't a coincidence, right? So it's two things real quick. One is real quick. Shemeeka, I see you on your shaking my head piece on the Jason Whitlock thing, right? I see with the shaking my head, at the end you're gonna hit your piece. Sort of like me. I'm just saying. For all you all that's been watching, cuzzo, they be watching. They be watching, but don't want to say nothing. And then if you say, well, if I say this, and then they'll go on their show and say, I ain't never seen you. No, I've come to realize on this social media, YouTube stuff, especially YouTube, it's no coincidence. The algorithm lets you know. But back to Jason. So, but Shemeeka, I saw it and I had to go back. I was like, nah. So I had to go back and check me, right? And check the end of my, it ain't no coincidence. She hit a pig. Or she go, look, they'll dial it down, right? I'll be Bob, pig. And hit the pig, pig. Like, come on, bro. It's no coincidence, man. But back to Jason Whitlock, dog. Like, dog. I don't know, and I like Jason Whitlock. I like his show. I agree with some things. I agree with a good majority of things that he talks about. But I can't ride with you with the Coach Prime thing, Jason Whitlock, like that character kid from Atlanta that painted his face white. I'm not saying that he's like a white guy with a black face. But it's this kid on the Atlanta Fox show, the Atlanta show with Glover, right? And he just sits there. And so Jason Whitlock is like that kid that just sits there and stare at you for 45 minutes to an hour. And you're like, what are you looking at? He don't say nothing. And he's just staring at you. And then if you hit him or if you do something to him, he's gonna be like, well, I didn't do anything. I didn't touch him. I didn't say anything to him, right? I didn't do nothing to him. You might not have put your hands on him and touched him, or said anything to him. But it's just little stuff like that. And that's what you're doing, with this Deion thing. Like, dog, you're like, and I know you want to see him succeed, and it's like I said, I like you, but I don't like your segment. Like, it is good for football, right? You know who Deion Sanders is. We all do. And then you're doing, well, I'm not going to say, I think you're doing it. And I think you're doing it like for, you're just chasing because Prime is hot. And so, yes, we're going to talk about Prime, and I'm going to go against the grain and keep it hot and keep it views because I really don't care what anybody says. And I might not even agree And I'm going to tell you, you don't even agree with what you be saying about Prime. But it got to be something. If I can go against the grain instead of being in the grain, then the number's still going to go up. Is it best to be like, oh, yeah, or it's supposed to be like, oh, I hate, like, Prime is this, and Prime is that, and all this, and all of that. Is it? You know, like, dog, I'll be like, for real? Do this man really, does he really agree with himself on some of this stuff? That's the thing. Because it's like, and then he didn't, well, now, why didn't you say none of this year before last? You know, when he was at Jackson State. Because he's doing the same thing he did at Jackson. Real talk. And nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. He's doing the same thing he did at Jackson State. And really, everybody else sound like some of HBCU and some of the SWAC. You sound like somebody, you sound like the Alabama State coach. He ain't SWAC. He ain't Colorado. Right? He not D1. He an imposter. He not a good coach. You sound like the Alabama State coach. Everybody, it's amazing. The dynamic, this thing has turned into. Everybody is now Division I. Deion got everyone in HBCU in the SWAC. This is the SWAC all over again. Like I'm right. Like, understand what I'm trying to say. This is the SWAC all over again. Colorado is J-State, came from obscurity, right? J-State was getting clowned, right? You know, they were like, you know, they got the sonic boom, but they weren't making any noise in football. Same as Colorado. They weren't making any noise. Both teams. Go Prime, get there. Right? Look at here, baby. We about to do this. We about to do that. We getting a new field. We about to do that. And you still got Jackson State people still crying. Right? And even some HBCU and SWACers, I'll call y'all SWACers, are still crying. Right? Somebody put a post up today. Somebody's like, you still, about Deion saying, you still, he left 9 months ago, you still talking about that? So what, dog? I'm telling you. Look, from HBCU and then the SWAC, a lot of people were salty. Now, and it's the same thing. But Jason Whitlock, you wasn't talking about that when he was at JSU, only people like me and others. You did on a YouTube platform was talking about that, right? But now since he in D1, he got feminine energy. You know, he was doing the same thing, big man. And I like you. He was doing the same thing, bro. And I'm surprised Royce White and none of them, because Warren Sapp gonna go join the staff. That none of them really kind of like going hard and really trying to check that. Like, man, check that. Like, nah, you missing the point, Jason. You missing the long run of it. You know what I'm saying? But Mr. Whitlock knows this. But he's playing to the numbers and to the algorithm. He called them Black Duke. That was good. But they're not Black Duke. Yeah, they gotta win the ship. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got to have, you know, they got that, but they got to develop it more. I understand where you're going, but they got to develop it more. You know, but no, Mr. Whitlock, no, J-Dub. You know what I'm saying, dog? You got it wrong, but you're doing it wrong on purpose. And I'm seeing you, but I'm going to still say that you're wrong Because some of the stuff you believe and some of the stuff you don't believe and you just saying, you just spewing. But I'm just really surprised that none of them, because I'll be like, because I'm surprised Sap ain't like, man, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, sure, but you should be open enough to be like, all right, like you should be open enough if someone go off on you on the show, like what? Are you tripping? Like, Prime doing this, Prime doing that, but you ain't say nothing when he was at JSU and HBCU. You know, so yeah, Jason Whitlock, I'm not gonna say stop because you're not gonna stop. You know, and he's just doing it. He's giving out feminine energy. He's just using God in a way, you know. But like I said, he's that kid that's gonna sit there and stare at you for an hour straight. You keep looking back, he's still staring at you. And if you hit him, he's gonna be like, I didn't do anything. I didn't touch you. You did do something. You did. You did. You know what I'm saying? It's like, almost leave me alone, but I didn't do anything. I didn't say anything to him. And it's like, yeah, you technically right, but you're wrong. So, man, this been Alden Bynum. Shemeeka from the Jason Whitlock. Are you ready? Y'all ready? This been Alden Bynum. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment. Peace. Bye, Shemeeka.